And thank you for joining us.
Just hello to everybody, and I'll reiterate for those of you who didn't hear me yesterday that because nobody knows anything about the actual infection rates of COVID-19, and because they're all doing the wrong research, because the epidemiologists couldn't think their ways out of a wet paper bag, they won't think outside of the box. They're only doing random sample testing in New Delhi. At least they're doing it somewhere. You're the only country in the world who paid any attention to what I had to say. Your death per million rate, although it looks like your infection rate is rising, that doesn't really tell you much of anything because you're only seeing a biased sample. The sample are people who have symptoms, okay, and they get tested, and yes, they have COVID-19, and people on the front lines are getting tested regularly because they're working with the patients, and so they can get COVID-19. And I don't know what things are like in India right now, but in Canada, you can go and get tested if you want to, but still, if you add those three groups together, it's a biased sample, okay? It doesn't represent the general population. And so we have absolutely no idea what the true infection rate is. The curve that the epidemiologists tell you about is a fairy tale. And we don't know. And you will in New Delhi, if they continue to do the random sample testing, you'll know what percentage, you'll know exactly what your infection rate is in New Delhi. You'll know exactly the percentage of the population that's asymptomatic and wandering around with the disease, with the virus. And your death per million rate is still low, okay? It's still, it's around 11 deaths per million. That's you think that in the United States it's over 400 now, okay? In Canada we're at, I don't know, around 250 as of yesterday, and you're at 11. Nah, I wouldn't be going crazy. Be safe out there. Wear masks. Yeah. Physical distance when you can. Wash your hands all the time. You won't get sick.
Yeah, it is very true.
But anyway, it's my privilege to be able to talk to you about questionnaire design, and I actually have an example that I'm going to be using that I developed with a graduate